Time now for another edition of the Racing Dude Way Too Early Kentucky Derby picks.
Well, if you enter 3 horses in a 4-horse race, you're pretty much guaranteed to win it for the record 11th time, and that's what trainer Bob Baffert did with Messier in Sunday's Bob Hope Stakes. I'm your host, Magic, here to look at an early Kentucky Derby contender named Messier, and joining me now is Aaron Halterman to preview what we saw from Messier and what his chances are. Aaron, first, walk me through what you saw from Messier in the Bob Hope and what you liked about his performance.
Well, I saw a 4-horse field and a race kind of get set up for one of Bob Baffert's 3 runners, right? Winning Map goes out to the front and kind of duels with another horse there. And Messier just kind of sits back, watches it all unfold, and makes up a little ground on the turn and then just passes them with ease in the stretch. So the bad news is, sure, it's a 4-horse field, 3 of them trained by the same guy. He can kind of set up how he wants it to go. The good news is for Messier, it's 2 wins in a row now, and he was kind of being a horse that would listen to the instructions, kind of sit off the pace, just watch it unfold, and then make that run down the lane. And I thought he was getting a little better as they hit the wire, as far as he was accelerating and looking like a horse that was, kind of winning for fun, kind of like he did, a couple length victory there. So, overall, from a visual standpoint, he did look pretty impressive in the Bob Hope.
This is a horse that was bought with some expectations, cost $470,000 as a yearling. Flavien Prat riding him in this race I thought was a pretty big key to the horse's chances. That he's been well regarded from the start, has been favored in all 3 of his races, winning the last 2. Looking ahead to the Kentucky Derby Trail, Aaron, that's probably the next step for this horse. Bob Baffert, as I said, has now won this 11 times. Of the past 10 winners, only 2 of them won graded stakes at age 3 that were on the Kentucky Derby Trail. So it's not a guarantee that this horse is actually going to do anything. But you look at his breeding, you look at who's training him and who was riding him in this race, and then you think about the Los Al Futurity at a mile and a 16th going 2 turns. It seems like the next logical step, but what do you like about his chances going 2 turns?
Yeah, I mean, Bob Baffert kind of mentioned that the Bob Hope was a little bit of a proving ground to see who's going to go on to the Los Alamitos Futurity. I don't know how you could prove yourself any more than what Messier did as far as in terms of, what was going to happen in that race. So I think going 2 turns, this horse should improve. I kind of alluded to it just a second on the Bob Hope race, where it seemed like he was accelerating down the stretch. And so you look at this horse is by Empire Maker out of a Smart Strike mare. I mean, that's distance on top of distance, right? So I think the horse improves going 2 turns. You talk about the breeding, and it certainly is very strong. Also, this is an Ontario bred, so there's a lot of options, right? If he can't really cut it on that Kentucky Derby Trail, if he's not quite fast enough, there's a 1.25 mile race up at Woodbine called the Queen's Plate that he'll be qualified to run in as well. So distance, I don't think will be a problem. Talent level, that's what we don't really know about this horse yet. Broke the maiden at Santa Anita in a short field, then won the Bob Hope in a short field. I bet the Los Alamitos Futurity will also be a short field. So, from a talent standpoint, we're probably going to go into 2022, not quite knowing just how good he is, but from a breeding standpoint and getting 2 turns, ultimately longer races should be where he exceeds.
Well, and at the time of recording, unlike with the Kentucky Derby, his trainer is allowed to run into Queen's Plate at Woodbine next year. So stay tuned to see how that develops. But Aaron, thanks for joining me to go through this. It is, of course, November, so it's a very early look ahead, but it's always exciting to plan out the Kentucky Derby horses that we're looking forward to in 2022. If you like this video, hit the like button down below. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Tell all your friends, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a show.
This has been another edition of the Racing Dude Way Too Early Kentucky Derby picks.